Hello, hello. I'm Zachary Hines, and this is what you missed at the Straz. Welcome. I'm Zachary Hines, and this is our second episode of This Is What You Missed at the Straz. I'm with the lively, lovely LeeAnn Day Douglas.
You just needed one more L in there. Lively, lovely, and likable? No, it needed to be an LY word.
Lively, lovely,
I don't know.
Luscious.
Oh. I think we're just going to have to go with that and move on. Thank you. It's good to be here.
Well, last night we went to Latin Nights at Maestro's restaurant. I don't know if many people know, actually is an event at the Straz Center.
Mm-hmm.
Monthly. It's a monthly event, been going on for a few years now.
Yeah.
I had never gone.
Me either.
It was our first time. It was a night to remember.
It was really enjoyable. I had much more fun than I thought I was going to have.
Me too. I mean, we didn't dance as much as I had thought we were going to, although we did cut a rug. Literally. But it was just wonderful to people watch. It was great to see how the restaurant really transformed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So Latin Nights has been around for a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't tell you exactly how many years because I have an atrocious memory. But it has been a couple of years. But yeah, I only see it on the calendar one more time. That's sometime in September. We'll get you the date, I promise. And yeah, I haven't seen it programmed yet for next season. So we're going to have to find out what's going on there.
Yeah, I hope people come to this next one and really give it some love. Hashtag Save Latin Nights.
Save Latin Nights. I love it.
Because I want to go again.
I do. It was really fun. And it was different than what I expected it was going to be.
Yeah, it totally was. So I thought it was going to be like a wedding where you're just...
A Latin wedding?
A Latin wedding. I don't know. But where you're like sitting watching all your older relatives dance and kind of to music that you don't really know. But it was really wonderful. I wanted to meet everyone there and talk to them.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But I also did kind of like all the stories that we created for everyone.
Yeah, me too. We'll have to share some of those. We'll share some of those. So we did not have an introvert second date last night.
It was quite the opposite. We had the extrovert. We were nonstop talking. There was no time for us just to sit and watch.
Yeah, we actually planned a little better this time. So we knew what time we were going to meet. We decided not to just have a Latin night at Maestro's. We had a whole Latin evening planned.
I love a good theme.
Yeah, you have to theme your evenings sometimes.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't go have like dinner at an Irish pub and then
that wouldn't
go
work
to Latin
for me.
Nights.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been, whiplash.
Yeah.
Cultural whiplash.
So, and in Tampa, you have your choice of Latin eateries.
Yeah. But we chose a Straz restaurant partner, Mole y Abuela.
I think that's right.
Oh.
Yeah, very nice.
Yes.
You're still feeling it this morning.
I am. It's that sangria that has given me the confidence.
So yeah, I thought Mole y Abuela was going to be a Mexican restaurant. I had no idea. And I'm really, really strange about my food. So I always have to look at the menu before we go to a restaurant. Every single time. It doesn't matter the restaurant. That's how I decide whether I'm going to say yes or not. When somebody asks me, hey, do you want to go here? No, I don't like the way that menu looks. And so when I looked at the menu yesterday, I was like, ooh, I don't know about this. This is not Mexican. It's not traditional. It's not what you would expect. Like if you went to the Columbia or something like that, it was totally different. So I wasn't certain. But they had tapas.
Mm-hmm.
We had lots of sangria.
Yes. There was a picture, I believe.
Yeah, we're sitting there having this conversation about how we're both so good at doing things in moderation while we drink this pitcher of sangria between just the two of us.
Yes, I love the entire night we were talking. I distinctly recall, I'm cutting out alcohol and switching to seltzer and
Not eating sweets.
Not eating sweets. Eat a cheesecake. Have 4 glasses of sangria.
Yeah. But it was really good. So we had tapas at the restaurant. We had this croquettes that were cheese croquettes.
Ooh, those are so good.
With manchego cheese.
Manchego. It was your first manchego
my
experience.
First manchego. It was really, really good. Now I know what my grandfather was talking about.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I just recalled that I did not follow up on your true thoughts of manchego.
On whether I liked it. Yeah,
Yes.
I did. I enjoyed it. I wanted to order like 5 more orders of those and just eat that all night. And then we also had this chorizo with, it was almost like Cuban bread that was sliced really, really thin and pressed. So
that was amazing. I've never had Cuban bread that compact.
Yeah.
And you still had the flavor of the Cuban bread, which was delicious.
It was good. And then we had some like shrimp scampi.
Yeah, it was like a shrimp.
That's not what they called it. I couldn't pronounce it.
With the peppers that I like. Where 1 in every 10 is spicy.
Yeah, it was good.
You never know what you're going to get.
Yes. That's like you. 1 in every 10 times I meet you, you might be spicy, you might not. So I think you're a little spicy this morning. So.
It's the spice of the evening is still lingering.
It's still with you? You sure that's not a hangover?
No.
So the restaurant was great. Walking over there though, we walked over there from the Straz Center.
We did. It was a brisk, lovely walk. It was actually, the weather lit up. It was a wonderful breeze, cool evening.
It had been raining all day, so but we did have a near run-in with a pedestrian fatality.
Which LeeAnn tells me after the fact I decide to walk over with her that she is a bad luck charm for pedestrian interactions with cars.
And people are almost always trying to run me over. Yeah.
What did you do?
I have no idea. I did something in a past life and they're trying to run me over. I must have run somebody over in a past life. And now, karma is trying to get me.
I mean, Tampa drivers just, we all need as a community to be better.
Yep. Slow down.
Even leaving the event yesterday, what is with these loud cars like drag racing in downtown? Did you hear that?
No, I didn't.
Oh my goodness. It like hurt my ears walking to my car. I could not, it was just like circling.
I couldn't hear anything after the sounds of the band. So
yeah, maybe it still was the band.
That's what it was.
A loud
You
car.
thought it was drag racing. It was a conga drum. So yeah.
Yes. Well, Tampa drivers, don't drag race. Don't run LeeAnn over.
Please don't, because I was having a really good evening. So
yeah, it was lovely. We survived the walk to and from dinner. It was a lovely walk. There were even little signs on the sidewalk directing us where the Straz Center was.
Yeah, if you're paying attention, there are signs down there saying Straz Center this way.
How wonderful.
So,
You'll never
wonderful.
lose your way to the Straz Center. As long as you're on that one road.
Right.
I don't think it's on any other.
I don't think so either. We're going to have to work on that. Yeah. So we were fashionably late.
We were. I feel like I am having a negative effect on you.
No, I don't really mind the lateness as long as we're late together. It's when I'm sitting there waiting for you that it's an issue.
Team tardiness.
Yes. So we were together the whole evening, and so I was okay with the being fashionably late last night.
But in fact, I would actually argue we were fashionably early.
Compared to
because we were one of the first ones to really show. And it was an event that you could kind of walk in at your leisure. I mean, we got there before they even had the live band playing. I was certain that the live band setup was just a ruse.
A prop.
Yeah, that they were just going to tease us with the live band, pretend to tune up some of the instruments throughout the night and then never actually play.
Yeah. I was really surprised when the live band came on.
Yeah, I was delighted.
Yes, it was delightful.
Yeah. It reminded me of one brunch where it was a band that was like tuning up the entire time we were eating. It was like maybe 2 hours. 2 hours of mic checks. And then right when we left, they started playing.
Where was that?
Ella's. It's like, oh, good. It's like, is this like some weird experimental performance art where
just trying to see if you're paying attention.
Right. In Seminole Heights, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the act.
Right.
The actual main event was
That's
them.
hilarious. I love it.
1, 2, testing, 1, 2.
I love it.
But the band, the whole experience, I mean, even before the band, I will say the music was great. People were up and dancing. We were the second couple to go. And I think we kind of encouraged a few of the people that were on the fence,
You want to know why? Because I know exactly why.
Oh.
Because we were so bad that they were like, if those people aren't embarrassed to be out there dancing that badly, we can get up and do this.
Yeah, it was a night where shame was checked at the door.
It was.
It was probably all of the reasons why I'm single. So on that note, let's take a break and I'll contemplate my singledom. Whether you salsa or not, you should check out the last Latin Nights this season on September 19th. Meet new friends, experience Latin-inspired tapas and drink specials, and dance to the thrilling rhythms of a live salsa band. And we're back. You're listening to This Is What You Missed at the Straz. I'm Zachary Hines, and I'm with LeeAnn Day Douglas, and we're talking about Latin Nights at Maestro's restaurant.
So this was a really great evening that I wasn't expecting.
It was an unexpected, enchanting evening.
Yeah, this is like a gem of the Straz Center, this event that I think a lot of people don't know about.
Yeah, and I don't think a lot of people know that we even have that restaurant up there.
Right.
It is, because it's kind of hidden. You don't really walk by it unless you're really looking for it or you're taking the stairs from that walkway. But it really is a beautiful space. And there is a lot going on there. You can get dinner there before pretty much every major show, definitely every Broadway show.
Yeah. They rent it out for weddings.
And Latin event nights.
And Latin nights, apparently. Yeah. So the space looked really nice. It was really kind of dark, and they had a dance floor.
They had mood lighting.
Yes, it was and they were like, were there candles on the tables? There had to be.
There had to be some. I mean, it was very, it made me long for a jazz club in Tampa. Like, we don't really have, it just felt great, like on a Thursday night to go into this dark club, this dark bar. That wasn't like a club with like,
right? No techno music. Yes.
And I mean, it just was that kind of mood where it was very chill and sexy, and we don't really have that. And I was like, and it's perfect in its location, right in downtown Tampa, right on the river. You have a beautiful view of downtown from the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved the like red lighting that they had on that one art piece in the back. Did you notice that?
Yes, I did.
That just kept like drawing me in. Like I just wanted to like walk towards it.
A little hypnotic.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with the salsa music that they were playing.
I appreciated that it was dark for my dance moves. So maybe.
Had you ever salsa danced before?
I had to take dance partnering in college, freshman year of college, and that didn't go well. So this went probably just as well.
Great. Thanks. Thanks a lot.
I wish I could remember how to merengue hustle. That was the one that I could really rock because I love the rhythmics, and we would always merengue hustle for some reason to Sweet Dreams Are Made of This.
Mm-hmm.
So, which is not really even a Latin song.
Not at all. Yeah. Now, I learned from a father of a friend of mine in high school. They were Puerto Rican, and he would have parties over at his house, and his father tried to teach me how to do all these different Latin dances because there are so many different ones, and they look all the same to me. I mean, I just can't. It looks like there's a pattern, but there's chaos at the same time, and I just can't do it. I can't do it.
I think you can. I mean, you taught me a little. You know more than me.
Just barely at all.
Compared to me, you could be on Dancing with the Stars.
But right. But I'm very proud of us for getting out there and doing it anyway, especially with all of these people who obviously were really good dancers.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, they were amazing. I was really impressed with the quality of the dancing. But I will give us props for we were the second couple out there.
We were.
How amazing.
Mm-hmm.
We really got the party started.
We did. Yeah. And that was even before the band had showed up.
Yeah, we were dancing to DJ music.
Yeah. We're badasses.
Yeah.
I love it.
We are. And then it was really just dancing to a live band. How cool.
Yeah. I mean, I just didn't expect it. And, like you said, they were tuning up the instruments and we weren't sure. Are people going to show up? Are they not? And then these guys walked in and they were all wearing these tropical patterned guayaberas. And they all just looked so cute and Latin. And they were really good. So they were the house band. We tried to get the name of the band, but it was really loud and I was unsuccessful. But I'm going to try and find out who they were.
They were incredible. I just want to go back to listen to that. I mean, even not being able to dance as well as the other attendees there, it was great just to sit and watch and really take in the music. It was so wonderful. I mean, they had a full horn section. They had everything going on in that band. It reminded me of like the I Love Lucy fantasy I had of, going to see Ricky Ricardo and his floor show. It kind of reminded me of that kind of evening.
And that's a good point. I mean, even if you can't dance and if you're not interested in dancing, just to go and sit because they had tapas, they had drinks, they had the live band. So even if you just want to sit and people watch and enjoy those things, it was worth it just to go to that. So
yeah, and I was actually really impressed by the number of singles I kind of saw. People who went without seemingly knowing anyone else.
Well, there was this girl, and I was so impressed with her because she was just dancing with everybody. It didn't matter, and maybe she knows all these people. I don't know. But it seemed to me that she would there's a single person over there. I feel like dancing. I'm going to go grab him. And she would grab him and they would dance. And I was like, wow, that's really amazing.
Maybe she was the instructor.
We should have gone up to her and said, you know what? We want to dance with you.
Maybe she was like, these two are lost causes. I'm just going to ignore that they're here.
We're going to just forget that we saw that because that was a train wreck. Yeah.
She's like, there's nothing I can do to help this.
Oh, Lord.
But it was, in today's day and age when, people are meeting each other online primarily, the days of going to a bar, going to an event and meeting someone new seem like they're past us. So it really was really nice just to see people meeting strangers and making friends and making connections in a live environment, like in reality.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool to see. And I think people want that now.
Yeah, I think so too. And it was nice to see there were obviously couples that had come together. We were sitting there trying to make up these little fictions about, this couple. Who are they? Who is he? Who is she? Are they married? Are they dating? Is, she his mistress? Is she his dance teacher? Is he trying to learn how to salsa because he's getting married and he wants his wife to, we were just coming up with all kinds of.
Yeah, I love that we had some more scandalous versions of the stories and then also very saccharine sweet.
I'm always going to have the scandalous versions.
Yeah. But you would go for the scandalous and then you'd flip it.
Yeah, well, I try to, I don't try to be like that, so I come up with the scandalous and then I'm like, oh, come on, you need to be a nice person.
The devil horns go back in.
Yes, they go back in and the little angel on my shoulder says, maybe not. So, but it was nice and there were some older couples.
Oh, I love older couples. They're so cute. I just loved how, I don't know, it's just that idea of I want to be an older couple going on a Thursday night to the Straz Center to Latin dance with my hubby or whatever, that just seems, and it was so great. There was one moment when there was the younger couple and the older couple were both kind of on the dance floor and they were really the only ones. It was pretty early in the beginning. It was just so amazing because I kind of, in my mind, imagined these flashbacks of the older couple kind of looking like that younger couple
Mm.
many
Mhm.
years ago when they maybe first started dating.
Right.
That was the fantasy I created. And it was just cool. And then to imagine the younger couple still doing that, you
In
know,
20 years or
yeah,
40 years.
to still have that. People don't dance anymore. It really made me want to go take classes because we just have like clubs that you can go out and Ybor, but that's, you know,
It's
you're
not the
really,
same.
no.
Yeah.
The connection, the knowing some kind of movement and where your partner is going to go and that leading and following, I think is a really, there's something to it that
Mhm.
is more, there's a mental and emotional and physical connection with your partner.
Well, yeah, I mean, the people that I see dancing these days, they don't really touch each other.
Right.
You're just kind of dancing around each
Gyrate,
other.
yeah.
Yeah. But you know, the connection, the physical connection was really important for these dances that they were doing. They're spinning each other and I mean, all kinds of stuff. We were able to spin each other.
Oh, we spun.
So we did spin. Yes. We weren't able to do the whole grab the hand behind the back spin, the fancy spin. We couldn't
No.
do that.
I feel like we could have.
Not without falling down.
Yeah, I was having too much fun spinning as we were. We were going hard with the spins.
We did. When the rhythm changed and you really only had to like do 2 steps instead of 3, we were good.
Yeah. Yeah, the 1-2, I was killing it. I really feel like everyone around us was like, "Man, they're really killing it with those spins."
It was fun.
Yeah, it was a blast. It was great to just let your inhibitions, push them aside and just have fun. Just let loose and who cares?
I was kind of expecting there to be like a dance teacher at the beginning, you know? I was hoping that there was going to be someone to teach us how to do something.
That probably would have been helpful for me.
Yeah. So, but there wasn't. So
I was lucky I had you who could give me some guidance of where to move my feet.
I was just watching everybody else's feet. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
They move so quickly though.
They move really quickly. And the women were all in high heels, which of course I was in sneakers. So I'm out there looking, like a dork in sneakers with all the women in their pretty dresses and high heels, which just made them look even more beautiful. And everybody was beautiful. I mean, all of the couples were beautiful. And I found them so because they were all so confident and they were all so comfortable with each other.
Especially us.
Yeah, especially us. No, this was when we were sitting at the table.
Yeah.
And I was like, all of those people out there are beautiful. I was not thinking that when you and I were out there dancing.
Oh, no, that was the only thing going through my mind, how beautiful we were. Perfect swans.
Yeah.
Floating on ice.
Mm-hmm.
I have an insider tip for younger men, maybe in their 20s and 30s. Go and take some Latin dance classes because all these older gentlemen were dancing with these beautiful younger women.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's because there aren't many younger men out there who know how to Latin dance.
Yeah.
So you could be,
you could be the one.
You could be the one. You could really make quite an impression. There's a whole opportunity for you.
I mean, there was one guy there that I was like, is he trying to make an impression? How did he meet up with this younger girl?
That's what I'm guessing it's in classes. Like in
maybe. Yeah, I don't know. So they were cute though.
They were so cute.
They were really cute. And he could cut a rug.
Yeah, he could move.
Good.
No one was, bad.
And there was this one couple that were too good for the dance floor. So like there were maybe 4 or 5 people on the dance floor, but these people like needed so much more room that they're just like, we're going to dance on the carpet. We don't care. I mean, there was room on the dance floor, but not enough for what they wanted to do.
Yeah, because they moved. They did the walk and spin.
They were doing like a combo salsa, tango kind of. She did these like moves that made me think that they were trying to do a tango, but they were also throwing some salsa moves in there. So they needed a lot more room than there was on the dance floor.
They were throwing everything in the kitchen sink.
Yeah. They looked great.
They did. They were not my favorite.
They weren't my favorite, no, because they were too good for the dance floor.
Yeah.
So I was like, you guys have a little bit of attitude. I'm not sure about you.
Yeah.
So
I think the ones that felt effortless, there were some that they were moving like a mile a minute, but it just felt like, oh yeah, I could do that.
Yeah.
Remember that I can't.
So even after all the sangria, Zach decided to order another sangria at Maestro's. So
Well, of course, you have to sample the sangria.
So we had some sangria. We had some cheesecake.
How gauche would it have been to
I know.
been here and be like, I can't talk about the sangria?
Because we didn't try it. Because we already had sangria somewhere else.
But we were both quite impressed with the sangria.
It was good. It was good. I like a sweet sangria. It was sweet. So
It was
I was
sweet.
happy with it.
Had a nice
Yeah.
color.
Mm-hmm.
The bottle had polka dots.
The bottle did have polka dots.
I was
That's
pleased.
nice.
I fall for good marketing. If it's
Yeah.
in a good package, then
Mm-hmm.
I'll go for it.
Yeah, just like your, waffles you were telling me about.
Just like
earlier.
my waffles.
Yeah.
Just like my men.
you like the packaging.
Substance, who cares?
That's hilarious. So the cheesecake was a guava cheesecake.
Mhm.
I'm gonna admit something that everybody's gonna. But I not only am I Hispanic and from Tampa, I've never eaten anything with guava in it ever in my. I told you.
What?
I know. I've never had any guava before, so I wasn't sure what to expect.
You didn't tell me that.
I know. I was saving it for this conversation.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. So I did. I had guava cheesecake.
Wow.
Yeah.
A lot of firsts.
I know.
Guava, manchego.
I know. Look at that. So,
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I have a really good friend who's just been trying to encourage me to try new things when it comes to food. And so
Well, that's why you were like, I can't taste the guava because you don't know what
I
guava
don't know what it tastes like.
like.
I know. What was I expecting, right? So I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting, but it didn't taste like I expected.
Well, guava, it's a
So-
very subtle taste. That's what I was going to say, but I assumed that you knew.
Yeah, no, I had no idea. And it was subtle because it didn't taste like anything to me.
Yeah.
So, it was good
Not
cheesecake,
even
though.
like the guava pastries that they have at Publix? You
Never.
Oh my
I
God.
know. I'm kind of strange with, like I said, I'm really strange with food. So
I'm going to have to bring in some guava pastries from La Segunda. They
Yeah.
are, so delicious.
And you'll have to make me try them. And then I can make a good comparison with the,
Yeah.
the guava cheesecake.
Then you'll
So-
be a guava expert.
Okay. All right.
But I will say, I like the cheesecake. I love a good cheesecake. It was perfect for the moment.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Late night, post tapas, cheesecake
Sitting in a corner watching.
in a dark corner,
In a dark-
watching other people dance. A little creepy, actually. It was fun. It was very fun.
It was, yeah, absolutely lovely. And so I'm looking forward to the next time. I really, there's so many things going on at the Straz Center that we didn't know about. How long have you been here? How long? I've been here for 2 years and have not made it to a Latin Nights.
Yeah, I'd never made it to a Latin Nights. And usually because it's really late, it started late and I'm in my pajamas by 9 o'clock. But, we buckled down and we said, we're going to do it. We're going to go. Even though it's late, we're going to be tired tomorrow. We don't care. It was worth it.
Yes, I think you're officially my work wife now.
Oh, gosh.
And I'm your work wife.
I think that's true. I think that's true.
Well, what a lovely evening. I'd say I would rate our evening 3 cha-cha-chas.
Just three?
3 cha-cha-chas out of 3.
I like it.
Out of 3. I mean, you
I
only
would
have
agree.
cha-cha-cha, right?
Cha and cha. Yes, I would agree with 3 cha-cha-chas. It was fantastic.
Congrats to everyone involved. Congrats to the house band, to Maestro's restaurant for killing it. And we'll see you next time. Next time, we're actually going to be going to see Job Site Theater's Meteor Shower by Steve Martin. It's the Broadway hit. It was just on Broadway with Amy Schumer and Laura Benanti last year, I believe. And that starts performances September 4th through the 29th. I can't wait to see that. It's going to be a great comedy, kind of out of this world. So go see the show and then listen to the podcast.